Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. So we're here for the second stream of the day. Crystal Palace taking on Newcastle. Should be hopefully a much more entertaining game than the Everton West Ham game. It wasn't too bad. It was a decent game for two clubs low on confidence. But obviously, as football fans, especially if you're neutral, you want to see an active game with plenty of goals in it. And hopefully that is what we will see in this one. Just bear with me, guys, a second while I just share the team news. If you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat, guys. It'd be great to hear from you. There we go. Hopefully that should come up now. There we go, guys. So there's the team news. Like I say, if you just joined us, please do drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you, hear your thoughts on this game or any other games you guys have been watching this afternoon. Lots of football today, obviously, with it being a Saturday. As we can see, Crystal Palace going with a 4-5-1 formation, 4 at the back, 2 in midfield in a defensive midfield role. 3 attacking midfielders and 1 up front. Newcastle going with a 4-3-3. Obviously, that's a very exciting lineup there, as you see, for Newcastle with regards to them having attacking momentum. What's this? Oh, come on. Sorry, guys. I was just trying to... That's not working, is it? So there you go, guys. You can actually see... Oh, that's not working. No, that's not working. I'll leave it on there. You can see the ball being moved about the pitch, guys. If that cross will go. Come on. Keeping that cross on the screen. That's really stupid, isn't it? That's really annoying. Sorry, guys. I was just trying to see if I could get that screen to come up so you can see the ball moving along the pitch. But it doesn't seem to be working as good as it should. But you can still see it there at the bottom of the screen. So apologies for that, guys. If you just join us, like I say, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. We're currently 2 minutes into the game. Newcastle in possession on this near side. Deep inside their own half of the pitch as they look to clear the ball up the field. And now Crystal Palace regain possession and kick the ball out with a misplaced pass, and it's gone behind for a goal kick to Newcastle. Stevie, welcome to the chat, mate. Thank you very much. Stevie saying, hi, guys. What's your score prediction for this one? Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to say, I'm going to go with 2-1 Newcastle. I'm going to say 2-1 Newcastle. I think Newcastle will come out on top. The momentum really with them at the minute. So I'll say 2-1. But if you guys got a score prediction, please do drop them in. Love to hear from you, hear your thoughts on this game or any other games that you guys have been watching. We've got Crystal Palace playing in their traditional red and blue, and we've got Newcastle playing in white and green. So just got a stoppage at the minute for a foul, two players coming together in the middle of the park. The referee currently having words with players. 4 minutes gone, guys, and a free kick to Newcastle just inside their own half of the pitch, right next to the goal, the halfway line. And the free kick taken forward, ball forward into the box. Newcastle still in possession, just moving the ball out on the outside of the box on this near side. And they switch the play out to that far side as now they look to test Crystal Palace's defensive organisation. Stevie is saying, good shout, Gaz. Think Newcastle will win. Yeah, like I say, mate, I'll go for a 2-1. Have you got a score prediction, Stevie? Let us know if you've got one, mate. Newcastle in possession on the halfway line after Crystal Palace just gained a moment of possession, tried to take some pressure off their own defence, but eventually moved the ball up the field and lost out to Newcastle. And now Newcastle on this near side with a cross into the box, right across the face of goal, and it's an early goal for Newcastle. Oh no, it's not. It's not. I think what happened there. It looked like a goal. It's in the goal net bulge. I'm just trying to work out what happened as he hit this. Right, he's hit it and it's gone wide, and it's ricocheted off the. It's ricocheted off the promotion board behind the goal and hit the back of the net. And made the net look like that there was a goal, but it wasn't. It was just the ball gone behind and bounced onto the net. Crystal Palace now with a free kick with a goalkeeper. Ball up the field and just being headed about at the minute between two teams. Bit of head tennis, as you might like it described. Crystal Palace finally get the ball down on the floor and now pass it back to their defenders. And back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper with a ball out to the far side. And Crystal Palace looking to build some momentum there. But Newcastle have knocked it out for a throw-in. Stevie's saying, going to push the ball out a bit and say 3-2 Newcastle, just because I want to see plenty of goals. Yeah, nice one, Stevie. That would be awesome if we had a bit of a goal fest in this one. That would be really cool. As we football fans, we love to see plenty of goals. But yeah, thanks for that, Stevie. Newcastle now with the ball out on this near side. And they break into the box. But Crystal Palace defender has come across and knocked the ball out behind for a corner. I think it's gone out for a corner. But sorry, guys. Ethan. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, guys, it's not a corner. It's a goal kick. Must have took a deflection off the Newcastle player as the Crystal Palace player kicked it out. So goal kick for Crystal Palace, ball up the field, up to the halfway line. And now Crystal Palace looking to move down that far side. And they're on the edge of the box now and just pass it back into midfield. And Newcastle intercept the pass and knock it out for a throw-in on that far side, midway inside their own half of the pitch. Ethan Dixon, hi. How's it going, Ethan? Great to see you, mate. How do your team get on today? I've not had a chance to go through all the results because we was on an earlier stream and then we've jumped straight onto this one. So I've not had a chance to absorb all the results in the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Let us know, mate. Oh, I think Stevie's already asked you, actually. But welcome to the show, Ethan. Great to see you, mate. Always a pleasure. Stevie Allen, hi, Ethan. How's Preston been getting on? Nice one, Stevie. Thanks for that, mate. Yeah, they were winning earlier, I think. Weren't you 2-0 up earlier on at the beginning, I think. Ethan Dixon saying they won 2-1. Stevie, nice one. That's good because I know you guys think you had a difficult game last week. So good to see Preston back to winning ways today. So, yeah, awesome. Buzzing for you there, mate. And hopefully it was a good, entertaining game as well. But, yeah, definitely good to see that your team has got back on the winning side of results. So, yeah, awesome that, mate. Thanks for letting us know that, Ethan. Appreciate it, mate. Stevie Allen said, fantastic, mate. Absolutely. Nice one, Stevie. Ethan asked Dixon, who do you support, Stevie? All right, well, I'll leave that one for Stevie to answer. But, yeah, thanks for that, Ethan. Appreciate giving us an update on Preston's afternoon. Was it a good game, though, mate? That's the question. Newcastle with a free kick. I think it's just inside their own half, close to the halfway line. Oh, apologies, guys. Sorry, I'm yawning my head off here. Yep, so Newcastle with a free kick. Two up-and-coming managers in this one, guys. Obviously, Patrick Vieira's been steadily improving Crystal Palace. And as we all know about Newcastle, doing great things going on there with the Newcastle project, so to speak. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button. Drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. We are not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel. So we want you guys to come and get involved and feel part of the Fandom project. We've got a corner for Newcastle, I think it is. Is it? Sorry, guys. Just no, sorry, Crystal Palace. Corner for Crystal Palace. Sorry, just lost my focus then for a second on which end we were playing and which. Corner comes in from Crystal Palace. It's headed clear from Newcastle, but Crystal Palace managed to pick up possession in halfway inside the Newcastle half of the pitch, and a long ball forward towards the Newcastle goal, and it's gathered by the keeper, who then gets Newcastle underway again from the back. They moved the ball out to that far side, and just a bit of a tussle with a Crystal Palace player, and we've got a stoppage for a coming together, shall we say, of players. Stevie's answered there, Berry. Cool. Nice one, Stevie. Ethan Dixon, I like Berry as well. Yeah, Berry, a lot of things going on with Berry at the minute. There's two clubs, one club that's reformed after the old club closed, and there's also an element of fans trying to re-establish the old club. So lots going on with Berry at the minute. Bit of a divide between the Berry fan community, which is not nice to see, but hopefully that gets resolved in the next season or two. Fingers crossed. We've got the ball gone out behind now for a corner to Newcastle on the far side of the pitch. But yeah, thanks for that, Ethan. Like I say, yeah, Bury is a great club. It's a shame what's gone on with Bury, but like I say, They have got a new club that's been formed by the fans called AFC Bury. But there is also an element, like I say, an element of the fans still trying to save the old club as well, even though it's no longer officially in existence. Corner comes in, it's into the box, and it's headed clear, but Newcastle keep the possession and then move it out to that far side and then come with a shot, but it's saved by the goalkeeper. Good effort, but too close to the goalkeeper, not really testing the goalkeeper's agility really there too much. Yeah, 14 minutes gone, guys. Still 0-0. Ethan is saying, who do you like from League Two? Ooh, I'm off the top of my head. I'm trying to think which clubs are in League Two at the minute. I'm trying to think, mate. Well, obviously, when I'm representing Fandom, obviously I try to be neutral. I've tried to be respectful to as many clubs as possible. I don't really have clubs that I dislike too much. Most clubs I'm quite positive with, but if you're asking me, I can't really think of a club that I dislike in League Two that I can think of off the top of my head. But I know, obviously, the club that I'd probably least like the most in football in the UK football pyramid. And I don't hate them or nothing like that. They're just a club I don't really particularly like because they've had a lot of lucky draws in cup competitions against my club, and they've always ended up with a home advantage and stuff like that. And so I take the only club I don't really like too much in the football league, and it's not that I dislike them. Like I said, I don't hate them or nothing like that. It's just a club I'm not very keen on, and that's Spurs. But apart from that, most other clubs I'm okay with. And like I said, I don't hate Spurs or nothing like that. I respect their fans. They've got a passionate fan community. But like I say, with the history between their club and mine, I'm not. I think they're a very stuffy club. They get so lucky sometimes with the cup draws and stuff like that. It's shocking that they haven't managed to win a trophy yet, considering how lucky they get the majority of the time with easy draws in cup competitions, and yet they still fail to manage to reach a cup final. But yeah, in League Two, I'd have to have a think about it, mate. I'd have to have a quick refresh over which clubs are in League Two to give you an accurate answer, but I don't think there's any clubs that I dislike down there. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any clubs that specifically come to mind that I like. But like I say, without the League Two clubs list in front of me, it's a bit difficult to say, mate. But great question. Like I say, maybe I'll try and have a look at it at a later date and maybe give you an answer to that one on another stream, mate. 17 minutes gone, guys. Still 0-0. We've got a throw into Crystal Palace on this near side. Level with the Newcastle goal box. And cross comes into the box, but it's cleared by Newcastle up the field. And it's gone out on this near side for a throw in to Crystal Palace. Just inside the Newcastle half. Close to the halfway line. Crystal Palace take the throw in, pass it back to their defenders. Then the defender pass it back to the goalkeeper, and goalkeeper with a long ball up the field to the halfway line, and it's been headed out for another throw in on this near side to Crystal Palace. And there was a ball forward for Palace as yawning a lot now. Newcastle now regain possession, moved the ball down this near side trying to get into the box. But the Crystal Palace defenders have done their job and managed to relieve the pressure and get the ball up the other end of the field. But it's ended up with the Newcastle goalkeeper. Not too much to talk about so far in this one, guys, with goal malfunction. A bit quiet at the minute, but we're on it 18 minutes in. Both teams just kind of feeling each other out a bit at the minute, if that's probably the best way to describe it. Newcastle with a ball out to that far side. Now they look to break into the box, but a tackle from a Crystal Palace player, and I think the referee has given a corner. It's gone out behind the goal, but both players trying to get on the end of that. And I think it's the Crystal Palace player that's took the... Oh, no, it's not. It's actually the Crystal Palace players took the shot. Blocked it, but it's ricocheted just off the knee of Newcastle's attacking player. But the referee has obviously not noticed that. And Newcastle with the corner, taken short, and then crossed into the box. Ricochets about, but eventually cleared, and Newcastle still managing to keep possession as it moves up towards the halfway line, and now they switch to this near side and looking to come into the box with a shot, and it's straight at the goalkeeper again. So yeah, not to like I say, we've had a little bit of goal malfunction, but not too much early on. Ethan Dixon is saying, who do you want to win? In this one, mate, I have no preference, mate. I'd like to say, I know it might sound boring, but obviously because Fandom is about all fans of UK clubs, I'm doing my best to be as neutral as possible when we're doing these games. Obviously, in certain games, you might see me have a preference, but the majority of the time, I try to be neutral out of respect for you guys. Because, like I said, I want all fans of all clubs to feel welcome to come and get involved in Fandom and feel a part of the Fandom project. So, like I say, it's best for me to try my best to be neutral as much as possible. Although, like I say, some games, particularly involving my own club, but also some games I may have a preference. But like I say, as much as possible, I do try to be neutral out of respect to you guys. So that you all fans of all clubs feel welcome and involved in a positive way in the Fandom project. So sorry, Ethan, I'm not able to give you something a bit more interesting as an answer to that, mate. Maybe Stevie has a preference, I'm not sure, but like I say, mate, it's best to make the Fandom project successful and make help all fans feel welcome and involved in the project. Like I say, I'm just doing my best to stay neutral as much as possible. Newcastle in possession in midway inside their own half of the pitch as they pass back to their defenders. Do you have a preference, Ethan? Who would you like to see? Tell me, who would you like to see win? And if you've got a score prediction as well, Ethan, it'd be great to hear from you, mate. Obviously, your team has now played, so you can sit back and enjoy the rest of the weekend's football, mate. But yeah, let us know if you've got a score prediction, mate, and if you have a preference of which club you would like to see win this one. Newcastle now in possession on the halfway line as they move the ball forward down that far side, and some nice bit of play going on from Newcastle in spells here, but it's ended up going behind. I think that's a goal kick. Oh, no, it's been given as a corner again. That's surprising. Corner taken short, but then crossed into the box, and it's headed away. But Newcastle managing to keep possession, and they move the ball back out to that far side, looking for another opportunity to get a cross in. But the ball is defended well by Palace and ends up coming back out to midfield. But yeah, quite a bit of action going on down that side. But the good defensive pressure from Crystal Palace results in Newcastle passing the ball back as far as their goalkeeper. Stevie is saying Newcastle for me. just because it's nice to see them doing well. Well overdue for the fans. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. To be fair, Steve, it is nice. I'm not a big fan of these new owners at Newcastle. Not because I've got anything against them personally, but it's the fact of a state. I don't agree with countries owning footballs. It's going to create, as it continues to happen, I think it's going to create a massive imbalance in football, and it's going to make it so much more difficult for lower league clubs that potentially come up to the Premier League to stay in the Premier League if we keep seeing clubs like Newcastle and Chelsea and Man City being owned by, well, obviously not so much Chelsea anymore, but definitely Man City and Newcastle being owned by people that are basically presidents and royalty and stuff like that in their own country. So basically, it's a whole country owning a football club, and it's a disgrace considering that our government is always so high and mighty about how the rest of the world should behave and conduct themselves. But then, as soon as money is flashed in front of any kind of UK benefactor, company, club, business, government, whatever it is, they seem to start turning a blind eye to the things that they criticise. So yeah, but as you say, Steve, it is nice to see the Newcastle fans enjoying the football. It's been such a long time since they've had much to shout about in the Premier League. So I've got to agree with you on that point, mate. It is nice to see the Newcastle fans having a real positive season after many years of just basically being a bit of a sleeping giant, really. Crystal Palace now moving forward down that far side, but a tackle from the Newcastle defence results in them losing possession. Newcastle tried to build the momentum back up the field, but it's gone out for a throw-in to Newcastle just in front or just at the side of the dugouts on that far side. But yeah, thanks for that, Stevie. That's a great comment. Ethan Dixon said Newcastle 2-0. That's a good shout, mate. I said 2-1. I think Stevie said 3-2, if I remember rightly. And Ethan is going with a 2-0. So yeah, we've got a bit of a variety of score predictions going on there. That's good. Thanks for that, Ethan. Thanks for that, mate. Yeah, like I say, always great to get a few score predictions in early at the start of a game to see if any of us get it right. And plus, it's good as well because in the future, I'm sure we'll probably be doing some competition of some description for score predictions in the future of Fandom. So it's good for you guys to use the match watch-alongs at the minute to get a bit of practice because, like I said, a lot more to come from Fandom in the future. Like I said, that's why I kind of encourage you guys to drop your score predictions in because in the future, like I say, we'll hopefully I'll be able to. I have tested some ideas, but I like to make any competition ideas I come up with. I like to design them myself to try and make them unique to Fandom, so we're not copying other people's ideas too much. Obviously, to some degree, you can't help it because with score predictions and stuff like that, a lot of competitions along the same lines. But yeah, just wanted to point that out. That, like I say, not in the short term, but hopefully in the future at some point, we will, like I say, we will get some kind of score prediction competition going. So, like I say, great to get you guys getting a bit of practice with that on these live match watch-alongs. Ball out on the far side for throwing to Newcastle. Midway inside the Crystal Palace half of the pitch. So Newcastle in possession on that far side. After the throw-in, they keep possession and now move the ball out up to their defenders as they're probing Crystal Palace for defensive frailties, so to speak. Now Newcastle lose possession just on the halfway line, and Crystal Palace looking to build. Sorry, looking to build down that far side, but Crystal Palace bring it back towards the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper with a long ball forward, but it's Newcastle. It falls straight to the Newcastle defender, and now Newcastle move the ball out to this near side as they look to get the attacking momentum going. And now we've got a foul for Newcastle. The ball quickly played forward there to a Newcastle defender. A Newcastle attacker who's tried to get a run going into the box, but been completely blocked off there with the Crystal Palace player. To be fair, it's more like a body check than anything, because he's not attempted to get the ball. He's deliberately and intentionally blocked off the Newcastle player. So rightly so, it is a free kick to Newcastle right in front of goal. I think it's. I'm just trying to work out how far it is. I think it's about 30 yards out, guys. We're just coming up to the half-hour mark, guys. Still 0-0, but a great opportunity here for Newcastle from a free kick position. And it looks like looks like Kieran Trippier to take it, I think. Yeah, Newcastle with the free kick, 30 yards out, I would say that is, guys. They've taken it short and move it to the side and then across into the box, and it's ended up getting headed behind for a goal kick to Crystal Palace. I would say that's pretty wasted opportunity there for Newcastle. They could have had just had a great shot on potentially on goal from there, and they've choose to play a different tactic and maybe a bit of overthinking there from Newcastle with regards to what to do with that ball in their possession and the opportunity there. Joey, hello, guys. How's it going, Joey? Welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you back in the chat, and hopefully you managed to get some food, mate. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Did you have anything nice? I'll be grabbing something to eat and after this stream. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having something nice to eat later on. But yeah, let us know, Joey, if you had something nice. And also, Joey, don't forget, please do drop your score predictions in. I'll the update for the score prediction. Ethan has gone for a 2-0. I think Stevie said 3-2 to Newcastle, I think, and I said 2-1. So, Joey, if you want to drop your score prediction in, mate, it can be the same as one of what we've picked, or maybe you've got a different thinking. We just got a stoppage at the minute for a Crystal Palace player receiving treatment on the pitch. So the player's taking the opportunity to go over to the dugouts and get some water and instructions from the managers. But yeah, like I said, Joey, please do let us know if you've got a score prediction, mate. Like I say, I'm sure Stevie said 3-2 to Newcastle. Ethan said 2-0 Newcastle, and I said 2-1. So we're all going for a Newcastle win. But maybe Joey will have a different opinion. Let's see. Joey's saying, yeah, mate, the little missus did lasagna and veg. Oh yeah, that's a nice meal, mate, and also healthy as well with the veg and pasta as well. Pasta's good for you, as well as obviously. I don't know. Some people make lasagna with vegetables in it. Did you have the vegetables in it or vegetables at the side? I'm not a big fan of vegetables in it. I don't mind. I like vegetables at the side, but not vegetables actually cooked into the lasagna. I think that's a bit gross. But some people like that. Like I said, Joey, let us know, mate. I know I'm going off the topic here with football, but just curious. But yep, sounds like your missus is a good cook by the sounds of it. Although I can't complain. My missus is a fantastic cook. She definitely looks after my belly. Um, but yeah, Joey, let us know, mate. Do you missus cook the lasagna with vegetables in it or vegetables at the side? But thanks for that, mate. Joey's saying, gonna say 2-1 Newcastle. All right, yeah, that's a good shout, mate. I said the same myself. So we've got 2-1 score predictions, a 3-2 prediction from Stevie, and a 2-0 prediction from Ethan. So that's a good variety of predictions there, isn't it? We've got another stoppage at the minute, guys. Sorry, there's not much to report at the minute. It's been a bit stop-start the last 5 minutes. Yeah, a bit of a clumsy challenge. You can see that Crystal Palace are definitely up for this. They're trying to ruffle Newcastle's feathers, so to speak, with some tasty challenges, shall we put it nicely, and being physical. Nothing wrong with that. I love physical football, but when you're going to get that physical, you've got to make sure you don't resort to shirt pulling and things like that. And but yeah, we got the ball back in play, and it's ended up behind for a corner. Crystal Palace players showing real hunger to try and get some possession in the ball, and they look like they're hungry to try and make let Newcastle know they're here to play. So we've got a corner on the far side for Newcastle. Ball into the box, headed on, and it's it's a good effort. It's come out to the shot, got off, but I think the goalkeeper, it happened that fast. I think the goalkeeper managed to block it, but it did actually for a second look like it might have gone in. But now we've got a stoppage on the far side for a foul to a Newcastle player. This is just an indication to you guys just how physical Crystal Palace are trying to be with Newcastle here. I think they're trying to rough them up a bit. Nothing wrong with that. If you could, maybe they're trying the very physical approach today to see if they can cause an interruption in Newcastle's momentum, because as we know, they're very much playing very well so far this season. And that ball came in, the shot came in, it took a deflection off the Crystal Palace player, and straight at the keeper. And there was a Crystal Palace player on the line on the other side of the goal, and he's managed to clear it away. But yeah, that was a good opportunity for Newcastle. And like I say, it's definitely the early stages of this one. I'm getting the impression definitely Crystal Palace have come with a physicality about them to try and disturb Newcastle's momentum. And the free kick is taken straight into the box. A bunch of players competing for it, and it's ended up on this near side. It's gone out behind for a goal kick. Newcastle players protesting, although I don't think they've got nothing to protest about, because they clearly got a corner early on that did take a deflection off the Newcastle player, but it was awarded a corner for Newcastle. It took when it should have really been a goal kick to Crystal Palace. So I don't think they've got too much to complain about. You win some, you lose some, and you don't always get the right decision. As we know, these referees are only human, and they do make mistakes. That's why we've had to unfortunately, we've had to accept the introduction of VAR to a system, because we know that referees just have too many mistakes in them. Joey is saying, definitely not in it, laugh out loud, on the side, top man. That's what I like to hear, definitely. So it sounds like your missus is a good cook like mine. Like I say, I just thought I'd mention it, mate. I know some people do put veggies in it, and that is really odd to me, because I've never had lasagna with veggies in it. It's always at the side, but I know some people do actually put vegetables in it, and it's like, well, why would you? No, it's not. It's just wrong in it. But yeah, like son Joey, I like the fact that you agree with me on that one, mate. You like the veg at the side, just like me. So, like I say, sounds like your missus is definitely a good cook. So Newcastle currently in possession, but they've lost it on that far side to Palace, and then Palace lose it themselves, and Newcastle now build again from the back, and they switch the play out to this near side with some really nice passing between the players, and now right up this other end of the pitch, looking to get across, but some good defending from Crystal Palace. Got to give Crystal Palace credit. They're really focused, and a cross comes into the box. But it goes over everybody. I think there was, I think it was Joe Linton that came in with that cross there. But yeah, it goes past everybody and out behind for a goal kick to Crystal Palace. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, got to give some credit to Crystal Palace. They're not intimidated by Newcastle, and they're trying to be quite physical to, I think, to maybe disrupt Newcastle's momentum, because they're very much a team in massive amount of confidence at the minute, and rightly so. So obviously that may be maybe a tactic that I've identified there from Crystal Palace to try and disturb Newcastle's confidence and frustrate them a little bit. But you can see with some of the challenges, guys, it's definitely in Crystal Palace wanting to get physical. The ball took a deflection on that far side for a throw-in to Crystal Palace. Just coming up to 40 minutes gone, guys, still 0-0. If you're just joining us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. Love to know your thoughts on this game or any other games you guys have been watching today. Let's just have a quick check as well on the other scores, because I know we've got a Scottish Cup game going on as we speak at the same time of this. So would like to keep you guys up to date with that. But I think there's only one game that's kicked off at the same time of this one, guys. But we will quickly check it. Just bear with me a second. Where are we? There we go. Yep, St Johnstone playing Rangers with the late kickoff at 5:30, same time as this one. And it's still 0-0, guys. That's in the Scottish Cup, which is, if you don't know, that's the equivalent to the English FA Cup. So yeah, still 0-0 in between St Johnstone and Rangers. There's also a big game in that competition tomorrow. The Edinburgh Derby, Hibernian taking on Hearts. So we might be doing that tomorrow if I can. If I'm not too tied up with other stuff, I will be trying to do that stream hopefully tomorrow, because I think that will be a cracker, an Edinburgh Derby, and it'd be good to give the two Edinburgh clubs a bit of attention as well, to hopefully welcome some Scottish fans to get more involved in the Fandom community. But yeah, that should be an interesting game. I've never ever actually watched a full Edinburgh Derby. I've seen parts of it and highlights and stuff like that. But they are tasty games when I've seen the highlights, and I've managed to catch half of the game on net, but never actually sat down and properly watched a full Edinburgh Derby. But I can tell you they can be really tasty games. Both teams with a real derby passion, and there's a lot of passion between the two sets of fans as well. So, like I say, we'll see if we can get that done tomorrow. Ball forward here from Newcastle into the box, but it's headed clear by Crystal Palace, and Newcastle managing to pick up possession again midway inside the Crystal Palace half, but it's ended up taking a deflection and out on the far side in front of the dugout for a throw-in to Crystal Palace. Joey is saying, shame for Bolton today, mate. Yeah. to be fair, it's not a big surprise. To be fair, mate, it was always going to be a difficult ask going down there and getting a good result against Derby. Derby in quite positive momentum at the minute. Win some, lose some. Not to worry. Confidence in the Derby team is pretty awesome at the minute. And unfortunately, that is part of the problem with Bolton. We are a bit of that's why I find my club a little bit frustrating sometimes, because they have such massive potential, especially down in the lower leagues. We have massive potential, and yeah, we just, we hover in and around them playoffs places. We never not got quite built a team yet that is full of confidence to just march up the league and stamp their authority on that division. And no offence to every other club in League One, but Bolton should be good enough to be competing at the top in that division after being down there a couple of seasons now. Obviously, that we ended up down there not through any fault of the club, but through the bad running of the club through the previous owner. But now we've got better owners. I'd like to see my club really step up to the plate now and start putting consistent runs together, because, like I said, with all respect to every other club in that league, Bolton should be up there. They should be up the top of the league competing, no questions about that. But unfortunately, they start to climb the table and then they do like what they've done today, where they drop points just as they start to build the momentum. It wouldn't surprise me if that sees us now drop points in the next couple of games, because that's kind of what Bolton can be like at the minute. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. But respect to Derby, they got the points, and disappointing. But I've been watching Bolton long enough to know that you're better off not allowing yourself to get too emotionally involved all the time. Believe me, guys, I know. I've been threatened to be kicked out of the stadium before today because I've got too passionate. And I'm very vocal when I go and I get passionate. And I've had stewards come and threaten to throw me out. I've told them to get stuffed, as you can imagine. But they've still threatened to throw me out of the ground for showing excessive passion, as they call it. You're getting excessively passionate, bordering on antisocial behaviour. How is getting passionate antisocial behaviour? You either care about your club or you don't. They think we're robots where we can just, you just got a notch where you can turn it down. Well, unfortunately, I haven't got a notch where I can turn it down. I'm either full gas passion or it's reserved, as I do on Fandom. There is no in between. Like I say, guys, I have to keep myself in check. Normally, if I go watching Bolton, I take my missus with me because she manages to keep me in check, and I don't allow myself to get too carried away when she's with me. But believe me, guys, I'm the sort of the guy that I go to a ground and show support to my team, and the kids are looking at me like I'm an alien because they're like, "Who is this guy? Look at all the noise he's making." Honest, I have been at Bolton's games before and had all the youngsters staring at me because they cannot believe how passionate I get. Maybe I've not done it for a while, but I'm getting a bit older now. But when I was younger, I used to get really, really passionate going to Bolton games. But I think I'm calming down with it, maybe mellowing a bit as I get older. But yeah, just thought I'd share that one with you. There goes the halftime whistle, guys. Sorry, not much to report in that last 5 minutes there. Just possession exchanging between the two teams. Neither team really getting a foot on the ball to create too much momentum on goal. It kept switching between the two teams, both losing possession in cheap places, cheaply, shall I say. So, like I say, guys, it ends the first half 0-0, and hopefully we'll see a much better second half with more goal mouth action, because that was a little bit disappointing, if we're honest, for efforts on goal. Newcastle having the majority of the possession. You'd expect a little bit better from Crystal Palace being the home team. You'd think that they create at least a couple of threats on the opposition goal, but they didn't quite get that going in that first half. But like I say, let's hope we see an improvement in the second half. Joey is saying, don't really watch much Scottish football. Who would you say is stronger for the win in the derby? The game is at Hibs, Hibernian, as they're known in Scotland, or as the Scots like to call them, Hibs. That's the abbreviation, kind of like as the same way that Tottenham fans called Spurs, Hibernian fans call Hibs, Hibernian Hibs as abbreviation. The game is at Hibs ground, but I can't say for certain because it's with them two teams, they're quite closely matched. But I know in the last couple of seasons, it's been Hearts that have been the stronger of the two teams. So I would, off the top of my head, it may have changed. Like I said, I've not been keeping up with every game going on in Scotland. Like I said, both the two clubs are reasonably closely matched in respect of their standing in the league and how good they are. But I would expect that it would probably be Hearts that have come out on top, or possibly come out on top. But then again, they are playing away from home. But yeah, it should be a good game, mate. And like I say, hopefully I'll be covering that one tomorrow. But yeah, if you're asking me who I think will possibly win, and I'm still not 100% sure saying this, but I would think that it would possibly be Hearts, because in recent seasons they're the team out of the two that's looked the strongest. But like I say, mate, we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, I don't watch loads of Scottish football myself, mate. I've actually spent the last few years while I've been doing Fandom learning about Scottish football, because I did used to watch the odd game before, but not too intensely. But obviously, as I've said before, I want all fans of UK clubs to feel welcome to come and get involved in Fandom. So where possible, we will try and cover some Scottish football to help the Scottish fans feel welcome and a part of the Fandom project if we can. But they are a difficult fan base to make happy, especially when you're English. They like to complain a lot about, well, in my experience, I've had a lot of Scottish fans complain about the English fans not respecting their league. But then when you do respect their league, like I've been doing over the last 3-4 years, that's still not good enough. They still want to have this hate. They let this hatred towards England rule their heads a bit too much, in my opinion. That's obviously not all Scottish football fans, but it is very much a part of their culture that they like. They just love to hate the English, and I don't get it. I don't get it to the intensity that they show. But like I said, maybe that's a debate for another day. There's some passionate fans up there, that's for sure. I've watched enough Scottish football, learning about the Scottish leagues over the last 2-3 years of building Fandom, to know that they definitely have really passionate fans up there. But they bug me a little bit, complaining that English fans don't respect their league, because I've shown that respect, and then I feel like I've not had the respect in return. So it's a bit hypocritical to be moaning that you don't get the respect when they don't give the respect. So it works both ways, doesn't it? But yeah, that's just my opinion. But yeah, I think probably Hearts, mate. I would say Hearts. Sorry, that was a bit long-winded answer. But great question. Thanks for that, Joey. Stevie is saying it's hard not to get passionate sometimes. Absolutely, Stevie. But like I say, as you guys know, I'm quite confident, outspoken person. So sometimes, even though I don't mean anything towards people, when I'm out in public, if I get passionate, people can sometimes take it the wrong way, and that is never my intention. That bugs me a little bit because of people. It's more other people's insecurities that make them a little bit nervous around me when I get passionate, mainly at football and stuff like that. But I can't change the person I am just to suit other people's, you know, lack of confidence in themselves. That's not my fault. I've never got any bad intention to anybody else. I always try to be as friendly and as positive with people as possible. But when I get to a game, sometimes my emotions do get carried away, especially when it's involving my own club. But yeah, thanks for that, Stevie. Joey's saying, laugh out loud. They certainly know how to do that. Oh, sorry. So, I'm sorry, Joey. You've lost me there, mate. They certainly know how to do that. Is that responding? Um, Sorry, Joey. You've lost me there, mate. What? Who certainly knows how to do that? You've lost me. Apologies, mate. Um, that doesn't follow on from Stevie's comment or your last comment. Um, that I'm noticing. So apologies, Joey. I'm not following you there, mate. If you could maybe just uh, explain if it's not too much trouble, mate, it'd be appreciated. I'm really stumped with that one, mate. Apologies. Sometimes you just catch me out, you guys, with comments when I don't always follow properly. So apologies there, Joey. If you could just clarify what you mean by that. Right. Right. I get you. Right. Joey. Sorry, Kieran. I'll come back to your comment in a minute, Kieran. Sorry, mate. Joey saying the wife's keeping us in check. Right. I'm with you there. Yeah, absolutely, mate. My missus has been with me a long time. She knows exactly how to calm me down and keep me in check to a certain degree. But then at the same time, she also knows when to just leave me to it. So yeah, but thanks for that, Joey. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, mate. I just lost because we'd switched to talking about a different topic there. So my bad. Apologies there, mate. Kieran Williams. Is saying, will you be streaming the Man United game tomorrow? Yeah, that's the later kickoff, in it? Arsenal v Man United. So yeah, I hope to do that, mate. That was what my plan is tomorrow. If my personal things, because obviously I'm doing so much Fandom, I'm working and stuff at the minute. I'm not getting a lot of time to see family and personal stuff. So I do need to do a bit of personal things tomorrow early on, but I'm hoping to do the Edinburgh Derby, which is 2 o'clock kickoff, and then jump onto the later kickoff, which is Arsenal v Man United, if I remember correctly. So yeah, Kieran, I am hoping to do that, mate. If like I say, if personal stuff is allowing me to, because I want to keep the channel, the intensity up on the channel. I'm desperately trying to do that, but like I said, I do have to also try to squeeze in a little bit of time for personal stuff as well. Because like I say, I'm just working. When I'm not working, I'm working on Fandom. So you know, my week is being very jam packed at the moment. But yeah, like I said, Kieran, definitely want to try and do that. So hopefully, I will be doing that tomorrow. But thanks for that, mate. Appreciate it. And cheers, Joey. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like you've got a great wife, like I have, that knows exactly when to calm you down when the steam is coming out of the ears, so to speak. So top man, Joey, like that. Huffy Gaming, welcome to the show. Welcome to Fandom, mate. Great to see you. Sorry, I'm just bear me a second, guys. I'm just gonna change that. No, wrong one. There we go. That's the right one. Huffy Gaming. Welcome to Fandom UK. Great to see you, mate. Always a pleasure to see new fans in the chat. Off Gaming is saying, bro, you want Maguire for free? I'll give 100 mil on top. Obviously, maybe I'm presuming with that comment, I'm presuming you are a Man United fan, Huffy Gamer. If you can let us know, mate, but I'm presuming from that comment you may be a Manchester United fan. But yeah. Like I say, mate, I think you guys, I said it earlier in the stream. I think you guys, I think I was talking to Kieran earlier. I think you guys have been doing really well this season. Since Ronaldo's gone, a much improved amount of performance, but I haven't been watching every United game. So I'm taking it. Sorry, just bear with me a second, guys. Come on, load up. This stupid thing's always refreshing itself. It's annoying. Um, Come on, update. There we go. Are you doing it? Come on. Oh. There we go. Hooray. About time. It's so delayed, this sometimes updating itself. Sorry about that, guys. Huff Gaming. Yeah, mate. Like I said, I'm presuming from that you're a United fan. I haven't seen all of United's games recently, mate, but I'm presuming from that that there's still some Man United fans not happy with Harry Maguire's efforts and form, shall we say, which is totally understandable. Yep, I know he's been a lot of questions asked about whether he's good enough to be at United. But you guys that watch United week in, week out, I'm sure you have a fair judgment of that, and rightly so. Fans' opinions should be taken into consideration by clubs. But yeah, thank you for that, Huffy Gaming. Welcome to Fandom, as I said, and let us know, mate, if you can, if you're still there. Please do let us know if in fact I am correct and you are a Manchester United fan. But thanks for coming, getting involved in the chat, mate. Kieran Williams. Kieran Williams is saying, I'll drive him in there. I'll drive him in there. What am I missing? Oh, it comes when you guys catch me out with comments. It comes in twos and threes. Kieran's catching me out now with this one. I'll drive him in there. Sorry, Kieran, if you could specify what you mean in there, mate. I'm not following. Are you following on from Huffen? Are you carrying? Right. Sorry, mate. I think you're following on from Huffy Gaming's comment. I'll drive him there. Right. I get you now. Sorry. Yeah. Well, what? So let's say Besiktas was to take him. Would you drive him all the way to Turkey to get rid of him? Because that'd be a long drive, that, mate. I think it'd take you about a week round trip. Maybe Joey could answer. How long? I think it was a 3-day trip to Kiev when you guys went and played in the Champions League final a few years back against Real Madrid. I'm sure it was a 3-day trip, 3.5 day trip to drive to Ukraine for that cup final in the Champions League. So I'm presuming Istanbul, Turkey would be about the same distance. So you're talking a week of driving round trip. 3 days there, 3 days back, give or take a day. So yeah, that'd be an interesting one. Would you like to drive him to Besiktas to get rid of him as far as you could? But yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to lighten the mood for you guys, as United fans clearly being a bit frustrated with Harry Maguire. But yeah, thanks for that, Kieran. Like I say, obviously, you guys having a little bit of banter about Harry Maguire. Huffy Gaming is saying, by the way, which team do you support? I'm not sure if you're referring to Kieran there. Kieran is a Man United fan. If you're asking me, mate, I am a Bolton fan. But when I'm representing Football Fandom, I try to be as neutral as possible, obviously with the exception sometimes when my own team is playing. But most of the time I try to be neutral because Football Fandom is not about my club. It's about fans. This is very much a fan channel we're trying to build. And I'm hoping to build a channel that helps fans have a voice in the football world and builds a positive fan community around it for fans that really care about the game and are passionate about how it's being how the future of the game is looking under all these suits that don't really support football but are having a massive impact on the game we love. And I hope to try. It's a very ambitious project, but I hope to try and change that in the future and maybe build Fandom up to be big enough and bad enough that it might one day help true fans like you guys have a real voice in football and get a bit more respect and consideration for your opinion from the football authorities, as well as the clubs that you guys support. Because to me, like I've said many a times, without you guys attending all the games, pumping all the money you do into your clubs, let's be honest, these $1 million players, they're nothing. They're not $1 million players unless you guys pump the monies into your clubs. And I think that should be more respected by the football authorities and the people running our football clubs. And like I say, it's a very ambitious project, but I hope to build Fandom to help you guys have a voice in football. And I really mean it. I really do mean that. I'm passionate about that. But it's going to take some serious amount of work. And but like I say, that is the long-term ambition. So yes, thanks for that, Huffy Gamer. And like I say, hopefully you hear him. The club that I support is not hopefully not a club that you dislike too much. But thanks for that, mate. I appreciate it. Maxime Misjala Jik. Apologies if I am not pronouncing your name correctly, mate. I'm going to just stick with your first name because I'm probably not going to be able to get my tongue around your second name. Maxime. Apologies if I'm not, like I say, mate, pronouncing your name correctly. Maxime is saying, what is the score? What score is it? Sorry. It's just started. Literally, we're just a minute or so into the second half, and it's still 0-0. Crystal Palace have been quite physical with Newcastle. Newcastle have had the majority of the goal-scoring opportunities, although, if we're honest, both teams haven't really created enough in that final third. But it was an interesting first half, but it was more like it was kind of that first half was a little bit more like a pre-season friendly, a little bit, if you like, with both teams spending a lot of time just feeling each other out and testing each other's resolve. So hopefully we'll see a better second half. But Maxime, welcome to Fandom UK. Appreciate you coming, getting involved in the chat, mate, and let us know what club you support if you're still there, mate. Be great to hear from you. Thank you very much for getting involved. Appreciate it. Kieran Williams, but I would pay for his plane ticket. Right, so Kieran not prepared to lose a week for Harry Maguire to get rid of him, but would be happy to pay for the plane ticket to get rid of him. Fair enough, mate. Yep, I can't blame you there. That'll be imagine you could come back with the amount of games there is in this league. You could come back from Turkey and find out that United have won 3 games in a row just because they've got rid of Maguire. That's how intense the football is, isn't it, mate? But yeah, no worries. Like I say, guys, we're just having a little bit of banter, a little bit of friendly banter about Harry Maguire and the frustration he is creating within the Man United fan community. But yeah, thanks for that, Kieran. Appreciate that, mate. Ben Powell, how's it going, mate? Great to see you again. Let us know if you've got a score prediction, if you're still there for this game. And also let us know how your team got on today. I did an earlier stream and I did see some of the goal results, but obviously jumping straight onto this one, I haven't had a chance to look through the results of the 3 o'clock kickoffs properly to absorb them intently. So yeah, thank you very much for coming, getting involved, Ben. Great to see you, mate. And let us know what your thoughts are on the score prediction for this game. And also, like I say, let us know how your team has got on today. Thank you very much, Ben Powell. Great to see you, mate. Thank you. Maxime is saying, are you doing the United game tomorrow? Yeah, I think Kieran just asked me that. Yes, I plan to, mate. I plan to do the United game tomorrow. Arsenal v United. We've got, as I was just saying earlier, we've got the Edinburgh derby tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. So I'm hoping to do that at 2 o'clock. That's Hibernian v Hearts. Big game in Scotland. So I'm hoping to do that, which is a 2 o'clock kickoff. And then after that, I will try, hopefully jump straight onto the Arsenal v Manchester United game. Which is, I think, if I remember rightly, it's 4:30 kickoff. So yeah, personal personal stuff is permitting, I will definitely be trying to do those 2 games tomorrow. Thanks for that, Maxime. And hopefully that is the answer you wanted, mate. Huffy Gamer is saying, Kieran, who do you think will start in midfield tomorrow? Think it will be McFred. McFred. Oh, well, cool, awesome, great to see you guys making the effort to talk amongst yourself. Maxime is saying United, so I take it you're a Manchester United fan, mate. Obviously, that's great to see. We've got a few Man United fans in the chat, and I'm sure you guys are interested in how Newcastle get on in this game because obviously it's quite tight up there at the top of the table at the minute, and you guys are in the mix of it. We're currently with Newcastle in possession, guys, just on the edge of the Crystal Palace box as they move the ball forward. And it takes a deflection, and but Newcastle keep possession as the ball moves up to the halfway line. Now Newcastle moving the ball out to that far side of the pitch, and they're in a foot race with the defenders, managing to break into the box, but it's ended up going behind for a goal. For a corner kick on that far side to Newcastle. Thanks for that, Maxime. Appreciate you letting me know. I'm presuming that is what you're saying, mate, that you're a United fan. Maxime also saying, are you doing the United? I just answered that question, didn't I? I'm sure just as the stupid thing repeated the question. Sorry, mate. It might be this thing that's repeated the question. This melon has got a habit of doing that, or have you just asked the same question? Yeah, I did answer. Well, I did say, like I said, mate, I think maybe you just asked the same question, so apologies if you didn't hear me. But yeah, that is my intention, mate. I hope to. Like I said, the only thing that might stop me doing the game tomorrow is personal stuff, because I'm working full time, and then I'm obviously working on Fandom a lot as well. So I'm not getting a lot of time to see family and friends at the minute. But yeah, I hope to do 2 games tomorrow. The Edinburgh Derby, which is 2:00, and then the Arsenal v Manchester United game, which is 4:30. So yeah, hopefully I will be doing both of those games tomorrow. Fingers crossed if everything clicks into place personally. Maxime is also saying yes. So that's take that as a yes. You're a United fan. Top man. Thank you very much, Maxime. Or so should I say lady? I'm presuming that's maybe a lady. Maxime is a man. Apologies if I am getting confused, Maxime. I'm guessing that you are a female football fan. Am I correct? Or I'm not. To me, Maxime is normally a female's name. So apologies if I'm wrong and you are a man. But if you could confirm, that'd be great, Maxime, so I don't get confused in the future. But thank you very much for letting me know that. I presume that is a yes to you being a Manchester United fan. Maxime also saying, I think Ericsson, Bruno, and Casemiro. All right, that's obviously in response, I think, to Huffer Gamer, Guffer's Gamer's question. So that's awesome. Stevie Allen, hi guys, what's your score prediction for this one? Has this gone through the same questions again? It's repeating the same question. What's going on here? It has, hasn't it? Stupid computer. All right. So my apologies, guys. It looks like my computer's decided to have a wobble and it sent me back to the top of the list. Apologies, guys. Let me just find out backward. Right. So we was with Maxime answering yes. I don't know why it does that. It does that really randomly. I think it's this streaming platform, Melon, that I'm using. So apologies for that, guys. It doesn't do it on all the streams. It just does it randomly once in a while. So my apologies there, guys. But we are testing this streaming platform to find out which one we're going to stick with in the future. We've been testing this one. We've been testing StreamYard as well. and we'll probably be testing one or two more as well before we decide which one we're going to go with permanently. So yeah, so right. Apologies, so I know where I'm up to now. I think Kieran Williams is saying, Huffy, yeah, I think it will be no McFred. Two, we will miss Casa. Oh, come on. We will miss Casa. I'm presuming you mean Miraz, I think. Um, you guys obviously talking about tomorrow's game with Arsenal. Maxime is saying, I am a boy. All right, apologies, Maxime. My bad, mate. I didn't, like I said, I was asking for that reason because I don't want to cause offence. Sorry, apologies if I've presumed wrong there. But now you've corrected me, I won't get it right. I will not get it wrong in the future. So, yeah, thanks for that, Maxime. Appreciated, mate. And like I say, mate, great to have you involved in the Fandom chat, and hopefully you like what the Fandom project's about. And thank you very much, mate, for clearing that up. Like I say, that will be cool because I'll avoid me making that mistake in the future. So yeah, but thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. 56 minutes gone, guys. It's getting a bit scrappy at the minute. It's still 0-0. And now we're having a yellow card issued to Longstaff from the referee. It was somewhat of nothing, to be fair. Yeah, I think he's got too much of his arms around him, and the referee has deemed that a justifiable yellow card. Can't really argue with that. Although I'm not, as you guys will know, that's been watching the channel regular. I'm not a big fan of players falling over too easily. But yeah, yellow card for Newcastle. Crystal Palace now in possession as they move the ball back to the goalkeeper and now look to switch the play out to the far side of the field with a ball forward up to the halfway line. But both Newcastle and Crystal Palace players jumping to head the ball, and it's Crystal Palace that managed to gain the possession and now move into midfield on the halfway line, but under pressure from Newcastle defenders. And now they switch the ball out to this near side and move down the field further. Now into the box. And, oh, nice bit of play that, but it didn't quite come off. The Crystal Palace player on the edge of the box tried to play it on for, I think it was for Zaha to run onto and get a shot. But just a bit bad timing with the two players and the ball. And it's ended up with the ball going out behind, I think I'm not sure, I think it's for a goal kick. And we could see Zaha here going off because it looks like he might have pulled his hamstring. I hope that's not the case. We don't want to see good players going out injured. But one thing I always try to say that is, yes, we love football and we want to see our teams win. But how do you want to see your team win? That's the question. Do you want to see your team beating the strongest opposition, or do you want to see his team beating the weakest opposition? If you're in the relegation zone, then you might not be too bothered. But as pride of being a football fan, I know I would always want my team to beat the strongest opposition because that's something that then you can have a real sense of pride about. So it looks like Zaha has got a hamstring injury. I can see his frustration. He's punching the pitch in real frustration. Totally understandable that. And let's hope that it's not too serious. Let's hope he's maybe just aggravated it and it's not a full hamstring injury, but it doesn't look good. So we'll have to wait and see how that turns out to be. I'm sure we'll find out in due course. Huffer Gamer is saying Casemiro is banned. This hurts, bro. He got that fifth yellow in the Palace game. The midfielder looks vulnerable now. Oh, sorry, the midfield looks vulnerable now. Well, like I said, maybe if he's maybe this is where the managers, earn the money, mate. He's got to come up with maybe a new formation that works better with the players that he's got available. Maybe that's the better idea. Yeah, it's good to see Zaha is moving. He's actually running down the side of the pitch, and he's come. I think he's come back onto the pitch. So that's good news for Crystal Palace fans. And like I say, yep, he has come back on the pitch. And like I said, I think maybe just he felt the back of his calf like he had a hamstring injury, but let's hope he's just aggravated his muscle and it's not actually the hamstring, which is that would be awesome. Because like I say, we as football fans, we always want to see the best players on the pitch. You don't want to see them sat on the bench for weeks and weeks and then recovering from injuries because you know you want to see exciting football. You know, you want to see the best players available for each team. Sorry, where was I there? Where were we? This thing's confusing me now. Let's get back. Where was I? Right? Sorry. This stupid messages on this platform is really annoying. How it shows it me on the screen. Maxim is saying, wait, no. I'm presuming that might be referring to Hoffy Gaming. Kieran Williams, Ten Hag has ready. Sorry, Ten Hag was ready to sub him to it too. It was a misplaced pass, so he had to. He had, but I agree. It was a misplaced pass, so he had. But I agree. Right. Well, like I say, mate, this is what you guys talking about the injury to Casemiro. The managers, get paid good money to make these tough decisions. So, what do you think he'll do tomorrow? Do you think he'll stay with the same formation, or do you expect him to change the formation to take account of the fact that he's missing? Um, like I say, love to hear from you guys with regards to that. New Huffy Gaming is saying Newcastle has improved a lot. Hope they get top four. Yeah, it would be nice for the Newcastle fans. I'm not very thrilled about their ownership because I'm not, as you guys, I'm sure that United fans totally understand with the City situation. I am not agreeing that the British government should be allowing big rich owners that are basically using a country's wealth to buy a football club should be allowed to do that. But as we know, the British government is very much motivated by anything to do with money. They do anything for money, but they don't do much for the people a lot of the time unless there's a financial benefit in it. So for me, I'm not thrilled about keep seeing these rich, powerful, oil-rich countries taking over clubs. And the reason I'm not impressed with it, guys, is because it's going to get to the point where you end up with a massive gulf between the Premier League and the lower league clubs just struggling, already struggling for finance, and it's only going to get worse. And that is my concern with it. Because yes, I'm a football fan, and I'm a Bolton fan, but I want to see fairness across the leagues. I want to see all clubs having a fair competition and an equal opportunity to improve and push up the leagues and have the opportunity to benefit from the riches at the top of the football pyramid. It shouldn't be made to just be for a select few. You earn it. That's why we love football, guys. Our clubs earn the success that they've got. So it looks like Zaha has eventually come off and succumbed to that injury. He has got some kind of injury to his leg, whether it's a muscle injury or a hamstring injury. We'll have to find out that in the next couple of days. But he has come off injured, and now we've got another Crystal Palace player down on this near side. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with this. Seeing players go down cheaply. I'm just going to watch the replay. There were next to nothing in that. Are they trying to get Trippier booked in this game or what? That's really poor sportsmanship, that, to be fair, guys, because there were not much in that. But luckily, the referees dismissed it and the game continues. Long ball down the field out to that far side from Newcastle. 65 minutes gone, guys, still 0-0. Newcastle in possession, but they push the ball now forward. Newcastle into the Crystal Palace box, and attempted cross comes in, but it's blocked and it's gone out behind for a corner to Crystal Palace. But yeah, thanks for that, Huffy Gaming. Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's great to see Newcastle fans enjoying their football, to be fair, mate. It's been such a long time since they've had anything to shout about, so I do agree with you on that point. But like I said, just wanted to touch on the point. I'm not convinced by the ownership. At the minute, I'll give them the fair shout. I'll give them the fair consideration to allow them to show what their intentions are. But I'm just pointing out, after what I've seen at Manchester City, I'm not thrilled about rich countries owning football clubs, especially countries that have human rights issues. That is just not right at all. Newcastle in possession now as the ball is pushed all the way back to the goalkeeper, and Newcastle look to build again from the back, midway inside their own half of the field, and under pressure from Crystal Palace defending from the front. They moved the ball out to this near side, now past the halfway line, but come back inside towards midfield as they look to switch the ball to the opposite side of the field, and now push the possession down that far side, now looking for an opportunity to get the ball into the box. But yet again, they cut it back and come back into midfield, and now into the box with an attempted cross, which is blocked. And the second attempt is crossed, but it's crossed further back behind the bunch of players in the box. And now we've got another stoppage for what is, it is a fair free kick, but it was a bit cynical. Almiron with a late touch on the Crystal Palace player, resulting in the Palace player going to the ground. We're just about to see a substitution for Newcastle. I'm not sure if this is actually a double substitution as well, guys. Keep your comments coming. It'd be great to hear from you. We'll come back to the comments in a minute. So we're seeing Callum Wilson coming off and Alexander Isak coming on for Newcastle. And it does look like we are going to have a double substitution for Newcastle. I can see another player behind there waiting to come on as well. So it's Joe Willock coming off and Alan St. Maxime coming on. Just over 68 and a half minutes there. Don't think the player there is too happy to be coming off. But Eddie having a few words in his ear just to probably remind him that this is a team game, and sometimes you have to come off for the best interests of the team, even if you're not happy about it. And that is absolutely spot on if that is the instruction, because the player didn't look too happy there to be coming off. But rightly so, the manager should be having a word in his ear. Joey saying, yeah, I agree, Huffy. Absolutely, Joey. Yeah, like I say, it's nice to see Newcastle fans having something to shout about after such a long period of disappointment from their point of view. Free kick awarded for Newcastle, deep inside their own half of the pitch. It's taken quickly and short. Long ball up the field towards their only attacker forward, and they lose the ball, and now Crystal Palace build, get from the back and look to move up the other end of the pitch and quickly. And now they're down this near side and they look to getting across, but it's took a deflection and it's gone out behind for a goal kick. Well, it looked like a corner, but the referee, I think, has dismissed that as a goal kick, and the Crystal Palace players just letting the referee know how frustrated they are with some of his decisions. Come on. Sorry, I'm just refreshing this stupid thing. It's gone off again. It's really annoying how it does that. It does it really randomly. Sometimes it can go for a good 60 minutes and not do it. And then other times it can do it 3 times in 60 minutes. It can be really annoying that. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. So just in a substitution, sorry, I missed that, guys. Just had another substitution for Crystal Palace. I'm not sure who exactly has been. It's Ward that's come off, but I didn't see the player that's come on. Joey saying, yeah, I agree, Uffy. Nice one, Joey. Like I say, it's a great positive. Nice to see some fans that are not Newcastle fans just having that humility to accept. Recognise that Newcastle have been starved of success, and it's nice to see you guys just acknowledging that and recognising that letting Newcastle enjoy a little bit of success at this early stage of their new ownership is nice to see. But I'm sure that fans, opposition fans' opinion will change in the coming seasons as they get major investment ploughed into that club. But at the minute, like you say, it is nice to see Newcastle fans having something to shout about. Joey is saying, would be interesting to see them in the Champions League. Yeah, it would. They have actually played in the Champions Newcastle. I'm sure they have. They played in Champions League many years ago when the Premier League first started, I think. But it's been a long time since they've been back in it. I'm sure they have played in it before. But yeah, absolutely, Joey, it would be awesome. And I'd like to see it just to see those Toon Army fans traveling away in Europe. Oh, mate. Oh, can you imagine it? When they come up against the likes of Barcelona and Roma and Juventus and Bayern Munich, there'd be a Geordie invasion, won't there, in Europe? It's going to be awesome to see that. A shot coming off for Crystal Palace. The ball was bobbling about in the box there. Both sets of players trying to get the ball under control. And eventually, Crystal Palace with a really sharp shot and fast and quick. And it ended up bang straight at the keeper. And the keeper managing to get both hands to that. And he's knocked it out and it's gone out. No, sorry, from that angle, it looked like both hands, but it actually was one hand. And it's gone out behind for a goal kick. Disappointing to see that the FA's yes man is at the game. Gareth Southgate. He doesn't deserve a seat at the ground, in my opinion. I'll be glad when the FA get rid of him. I really will. I don't like him as the England man. He does not fill me with confidence at all. Crystal Palace take the corner, and it's ended up coming out, and now Crystal Palace passing it about midway inside their own half, and now a shot comes in, takes a deflection off a Newcastle player, and almost goes out behind for a corner, but the goalkeeper manages to get to it and stop it going out of play. But yeah, absolutely, Joe. I got to totally agree. I would. It will be great. Imagine the headlines it's going to create when Newcastle fans start travelling around in Europe. If they do, I'm sure they're going to create a few headlines with their passion travelling away in Europe. Huffy Gaming is saying, yeah, they will give a tough competition. Are you a United fan? Oh, that's bad asking Joey. That is a Liverpool fan, mate. But it's no problem, mate. I'm sure Joey won't take offence to it. But yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, as I can see, he's very quick to respond to that. Huffy Gaming. So yeah, thanks for that, mate. Look at that, Joey. No hesitation there. Responded to that. No, Liverpool. Response there, as you would expect from a Liverpool fan to a United fan. No confusion. And I'm sure it'd be the opposite, the same if it was the opposite way around as well. Huffy Gaming is saying Liverpool looks all over the place after Mane left. They are struggling a lot. Like today's game was boring as hell. Yeah, to be fair, we were discussing that last week, mate. I was saying that yes, Mane has been a big loss to Liverpool, but I think that the team started to the momentum of starting to struggle. It didn't show up last season too much, but there was little indications of it. And as I said, oh, his name's going. I told you, I'm bad with names. Me, what's he? Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum. I think that's when Liverpool started to have a little bit of a dip in form. It wasn't mega noticeable when Wijnaldum first left, but you did notice that there was starting to concede a bit more goals. And I think only the fact that Mo Salah kept scoring so prolifically and Mane that Liverpool were able to outscore teams. But now we've seen Wijnaldum gone and Mane gone. It's noticeable the players they brought in to replace them have just not been up to scratch, have they really? I'm sure Liverpool will get back to their best. Just the same as United. They're just having a tough time at the minute. And I'm sure both teams, it'd be great, wouldn't it, when we see both United and Liverpool playing at the best and then competing against each other. It's been a while since we've seen that, where both teams really got the momentum and the that winning mentality. Because when both teams are really at it, that's when we're going to see some fantastic football games between the two clubs, and rightly so. Like I say, one of the most popular derby games in football. I know it's not a city derby, but it's definitely a northern derby between Liverpool and Man United. And like I say, I'm sure you guys will agree with me that when both teams are on top and doing really well, that is when you're going to see some absolutely tasty games between the two clubs, where it's equally matched and anything can happen. And I'm sure, obviously, you guys will always want your club to win, and rightly so. But I'm sure you can at least appreciate what I'm saying with regards to the football aspect and watching it as a neutral, as a game. We want to see those teams competing at the best, and that's when we're going to get the best games produced. We got a corner now for Newcastle on that far side. Corner taken. It's coming to the body of players and it's deflected away. And I think it's gone out for another corner on this near side now to Newcastle. But yeah, thanks for that, Huffy Gaming. Kieran Williams, two holding midfielders. Sorry, Kieran. Two holding mids. MC Fred. They best do a job on the Adikjera. Well, I think you guys are going to have a tough game tomorrow, mate. I really do. If you've watched Arsenal in the last few weeks, and I have watched them, I've done a couple of streams on them. They just don't look like they've got a mistake in them at the minute, mate. And I'm not, no disrespect. I will, like I say, I will have no preference in that game who wins. If anything, I'd probably like Arsenal to drop some points to allow other teams to catch up to make the title race more interesting in the coming towards the end of the season. Because as you guys know that have got to know me a bit, I love to see competitive football as long as possible. So if anything, with no disrespect to Arsenal, it will be great to see a different club win the league this season if they achieve it. But yeah, I'd like to see a good title race right to the end of the season. So, but I'm just giving you the benefit of what I've seen so far, knowledge-wise, in respect of Arsenal, and they just look like they haven't got a mistake in them at the minute. Seen them last week against Tottenham. They played awesome. They really did a job on Tottenham. And like I say, they don't look like they've got many mistakes in them. So United are going to have to be really at their best tomorrow and have all players well motivated, well focused. It's not impossible for you guys to get some out of that game. Totally. When Arsenal and United play, it doesn't matter who's where in the league. It's always potentially going to be a cracking game. But I'm just saying, Arsenal not looking, they're so confident at the minute, and they're not looking like they've got a lot of mistakes in the team. Guys, if you just joined us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you, and consider subscribing if you're new. Would love to get more fans involved. That is why we're doing a lot of match watch-alongs at the minute, because we are still quite a new channel. So I want to give plenty of fans the chance to find us, because like I say, I've said it many times, don't really like to keep repeating myself, but it is necessary at the moment. But we are not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel, and we want you guys to come and get involved and feel a part of the Fandom project. I've got another corner out on that far side for Newcastle. It's taken and it comes deep towards the back post, and it's headed back out again for another corner on this near side. But yeah, Kieran, like I say, mate, I think you guys are in for a really tough afternoon tomorrow against Arsenal. I think it's going to be a cracking game, but I think it's going to be a tough game, because, like I say, if you've watched Arsenal the last few weeks, you'll see what I mean. They just look so full of confidence. Been a while since I've seen Arsenal playing this good. Corner taken, and it's deep, headed back towards goal, but the goalkeeper manages to gather it, and now Crystal Palace will build again from the back. 80, just coming up to 82 minutes gone, guys. Still 0-0. So it looks like we're potentially on the cards for another 0-0 today. Wonder if the World Cup is taking its toll on some of these these clubs at the top, near the top of the league, or clubs that we would expect to be at the top of the league. 0-0 draw in the earlier game. A bit of a lower scoring amount for some of the games we've seen today as well in the Premier League. And it looks like we're potentially seeing another 0-0 here. So I don't know. Do you think that you guys think there's anything in that? Do you think there may be some logic in that? Do you think that maybe we're seeing a little bit less goals at the minute because of a bit of fatigue in some players because of the World Cup interruption? It's one to think about, isn't it? Maybe you guys think that's just a load of rubbish. That's fair enough, but I just thought I'd chuck that out there as a possibility. Sorry, did I read that comment? Apologies. Huffy Gaming is saying Fred has to make Saka's runs run like he silenced De Bruyne. Yeah, it takes some doing to silence De Bruyne, mate. But yeah, that's a good shout, mate, because Saka is definitely brimming with confidence right now. So Fred is going to have to be. In fact, the whole team, like I said, I don't want to single players out. For me, the whole United team that take the field tomorrow are going to have to be 100% up for it, because if they're not, you guys could be on the wrong end of what would be potentially could be an embarrassing result, because, like I say, if you watch Arsenal over the last few weeks, they have looked unstoppable. And obviously, being at home with the fans behind them, they're going to be full of confidence, belief, and really go for it. So, like I say, I hope it's a good game. I hope both teams make it a good game. Plenty of goals at either end. Like I say, Arsenal are a serious threat at the minute. They just look so unbelievably confident. But yeah, that's a great observation, mate. With from Huffy Gaming, you're right, mate. Saka really in a good vein of form at the minute. So whatever player, whatever team the manager decides to select, and as you say, it was possibly be Fred, but he may decide to go with a different formation. But whoever it is that takes the field for you tomorrow. For you guys tomorrow, they're going to have to be really at the races, so to speak. Corner on the far side for Newcastle. Again, another corner. Just coming up to 85 minutes, guys. Corner taken and towards this near post, but headed on by Newcastle player, and it's gone behind for a goal kick to Crystal Palace. Bit of a waste, isn't it, really? Newcastle at the minute, they've had a number of corners, but not really being able to capitalise on the amount of corners that they've had. And we're about to see another Newcastle substitution. So just we'll come back to the comments, guys. Keep your comments coming. Jack Murphy coming on, and sorry, didn't see who went off then, but Murphy coming on. Comes up so quick with that player's names on the screen. It can be frustrating. Joey's saying, yeah, it was both teams had some chances, but nothing to shout about. Yeah, I think Joey's talking about the early kickoff today with Chelsea, Liverpool. But not to worry, like I said to you guys before, with the fact that you guys have not been having the best run of form at the minute. Maybe that is a blessing in disguise a little bit to have a 0-0 clean sheet and use that to build some confidence in the team now and try and sometimes, you know what I mean? It's kind of like go look to the simple things, go back to basics a bit more when your team's not always performing at the best. Cross comes in from Newcastle on, from Crystal Palace. Oh. Apologies, guys. Just needed to stretch out a bit there. 87 minutes gone. Crystal Palace looking to move up the pitch there, but a bit of a clumsy tackle that results in one of their players getting booked. Yellow card. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Like I say, mate, look at the positives maybe. Joey's also saying it's not just Mane. Yeah, like I said, I think there's a few factors to be fair. In the Liverpool team. Maybe, as I've said earlier as well, we also have to take into account the competitiveness going on between City and Liverpool the last couple of seasons, and whether that's also played a factor, whether players are just, facing burnout. It's the only way I can put it. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Huffy Gaming is saying Gakpo lacks confidence like Anthony in United. They need time. Absolutely. Mate, I love to hear that. I love to hear fans saying they need time. That is really good. But unfortunately, we do have an element of glory hunting fans associated with some clubs. And that can mean that it gives the excuse to the mainstream media to pile on the pressure when players are not always performing at the best. And we have to remember these players are not robots; they're human beings. And exactly as Huffy Gaming says, sometimes you need to have that understanding and knowledge as a football fan to recognise that some players just need to be given time and maybe have an arm round them, a bit of encouragement, and just a bit of patience from the fans and the people who run the club behind the scenes. So yeah, absolutely top man, Huffy Gaming, and that's really nice to hear you saying that, mate. I like that. I respect that a lot. That's a very valid and respectful opinion. Kieran Williams is saying Anthony needs to be more direct. Are you guys talking about Anthony Martial? I'm presuming that's who you're talking about. Direct like Garnacho. Like I said, I'm presuming you guys are talking about Anthony Martial. Yeah, I'd love to see United start getting the best out of him because you guys have definitely had him long enough to get the best out of him. It's about time he stepped up to the plate, if you ask me. Yes, there is patience needed for him. But let's be honest, he's been at United quite a while. He's had a move away on a loan and stuff. It's about time he now started to find his goal-scoring boots for United. And get his head down and just start doing the business on the pitch. But thanks for that, Kieran. Great point, mate. Joey is saying, yeah, both have great potential, but like you say, need some time. Like I said, honest, you guys, mate, honest, I'm buzzing with you guys to hear that stuff because a lot of fans don't look at it like that. And I find that very frustrating as a football fan that we get these glory hunting tourist fans that think that players are like robots and you just put them on the pitch, put the batteries in and let them go. Well, it doesn't work like that. They're human beings. And I love it. Shows that you guys are really intelligent football fans, very knowledgeable, that you're taking that into account, that players sometimes need time and consideration to get the best out of them. And I really like to hear that coming from you guys. So thanks for that. It's like I said, it's really nice to hear. It's top stuff. Huffy Gaming is saying his all goal for United are on the same trajectory. He needs time if hope he needs time if hope tag hag works on him. Yeah, absolutely. Let's like it's difficult, isn't it, mate, with Ten Hag getting that time on the training pitch with the games coming so thick and fast. And I think that's one of Klopp's big frustrations as well at Liverpool, that he knows he's got a team that are not firing on all cylinders. And well, obviously from what I've seen of Klopp while he's been at Liverpool, one thing I do know about him is when his team's not performing, he likes training sessions to drill the team and get them absorbing what message he's trying to get into them to play better. And like I say, I think it's difficult for you guys that are competing in a lot of competitions, particularly in Europe, to find that time to do. Obviously, there's always time to be on the training pitch, but not always the time to do drills and proper practice sessions because of the quick turnaround of games. But yeah, thanks for that, Huffy Gaming. That's a fair comment, that, mate. And like I say, time will tell whether Ten Hag can get the best out of all the players at United. I'm sure there's going to be a few that he can't, and he will probably have to move them on and bring other players in. But time will tell. 4 minutes time added on, guys. Crystal Palace fans in full voice. They seem to be quite happy with the fact that they've managed to hold Newcastle to a 0-0. But yeah, plus 4 minutes added on, guys. And we're 2 minutes into that added on time. Huffy Gaming, good night, guys. See you tomorrow. Thanks for that, Huffy Gaming. Great to see you, mate. Like I say, really appreciate you coming get involved. It's always awesome to see new fans coming, making the effort to get involved in the chat. And yeah, absolutely, mate. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Oh, we're just seeing a bit of a coming together between players on the far side. But sorry, yeah, Huffy Gaming. Enjoy the rest of your evening, mate. Stay safe, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you again on the channel. It'd be awesome if we do. And like I say, mate, enjoy the rest of your night and look after yourself. Take care. Speak to you soon, mate. Joey, have a good one, Huffy. Absolutely. Thank you. Nice one for that, Joey. Top man. We've just seen Joe Linton get booked by the referee. A bit of a coming together. I don't think he was happy. Yeah, the Crystal Palace player all over him there, grabbing him from behind, and both players ending up coming together there. And it's a bit of handbags, to be honest, guys, but I can understand Joe Linton's frustration there. He was trying to keep possession. The player was behind him, and the player was doing everything he could to distract him and stop him playing. And there goes the full-time whistle, guys. It's finished 0-0. What I thought was going to be a really entertaining game tonight is, I've got to be honest, a bit disappointing, really, a bit flat. Both teams going for it, some good defending, some good possession. But like I say, with regards to goal malfunction, a little bit disappointing. So yeah, but Newcastle doing what they feel they need to do to get the points to qualify for Europe, grinding out results, and that's what they appear to be trying to do, and they're doing it quite well at the minute. But the question is, will they end up with too many draws come the end of the season? But yeah, nice one, Joey. Appreciate that, mate. Top man. Um, Maxime is asking, what is the score? To the full-time whistle's just gone, mate. 0-0. Sorry, not been giving you much commentary, but there's not been an awful lot to talk about in this one. Not a lot of very similar patterns of play from both teams. It was going out for throw-ins left, right, and centre. Lots of corners, lots of quite a few free kicks. The goal malfunction that was short-lived. Lots of balls into the box, but not really much doing with them. Both teams managing to defend well against each other. So yeah, like I say, not the best performance from either team in respect of goal malfunction. But I'm sure they'll be reasonably happy with another clean sheet from both teams. So yeah, thanks for that, Maxime. Hopefully that brings you a little bit clearer gives you a little bit clearer picture. Maxime is saying, "Why has it done that again? It's done it again. Why has it done that?" I don't understand why it's doing that to me. It's done that twice to me now. Apologies, guys. I don't understand why it keeps doing that. Yeah, we got that one before. I don't understand why it keeps doing that and find that really annoying tonight on this stream. It's never did it before when we did the over stream, but for some reason on this stream it keeps sending my messages back to the top of the page. Joey's saying, off to the pub now, mate, catch up with you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Same to you, Joey. Thanks for that, mate. Really appreciate your support today and the chat and in the chat, and really do, like I said, can't stress it enough, Joey. Thank you very much for being involved today. And like I say, mate, enjoy your pint, enjoy the rest of your evening, stay safe. And yeah, absolutely, mate. I'll catch you tomorrow if you're not too busy. Thanks for that, mate. Maxime Maxine. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. No, Anthnix, the winger. Have you? Are you meaning Anthony? I'm not sure if you spelt that correctly. Why has he got an injury or something? I'm not heard that he's injured. But yeah, no, sorry, Maxime. I'm not. Are you talking about Anthony for United? I presume there, because kind of just jumped off the topic. But yeah, apologies, Maxime. I'm presuming you're talking about Anthony for United. I'm presuming. But yeah. Right. Sorry, I get it now. You're responding to my question earlier, Anthony. Maybe Anthony Martial. Maybe because I was asking you guys, were you talking about Anthony Martial? But no, Maxime's saying no, Anthony, the winger. Right, I'm with you. Right, thanks for that, Maxime. Appreciate you clearing that up. My bad, mate. My bad. Like I say, just sometimes just tired through working all week, and sometimes it just doesn't register up here enough. So my apologies there, mate. Kieran Williams saying, what do you think of the Bolton game earlier? I haven't seen any highlights of it, mate, but it was always going to be a difficult game going down there to Derby. Obviously, Derby fans, Derby on the up. They're doing much better this season, firing on all cylinders, lots of confidence running through their team with the results they've had. And yeah, absolutely, mate. Like I said, I've not seen any of the highlights because obviously I was streaming the other game earlier for. Oh, it's gone out my head now. What game did we do earlier? We did. We did the Battle of the Managers, didn't we? West Ham v Everton. So I haven't seen my own team play today, but that's because, as I keep saying to you guys, Fandom is about fans. it's not about my club. So I will sometimes stream my club, obviously, but it won't be all the time because I want to show that Fandom is about fans. And let's get rid of that because that's annoying me. I'm not refreshing that again. There we go. That's better. Yeah, as I say, guys, I will do my club sometimes, match watch-alongs, but not all the time for my club because, like I say, Fandom is about fans. It's not about any one club. And yes, I love my club. I'm very passionate Bolton fan, but like I say, I'm also very passionate about this project, and I want to give it its best chance of success and show respect to every club that. On behalf of every fan. So we will be continuing the round the grounds match watch alongs for the foreseeable future. But yeah, thanks for that, Kieran. And I will definitely be checking out my own team later, mate. Definitely. But like I say, you win some, you lose some. It doesn't surprise me. I've been a Bolton fan for a long time now. I'm obviously quite an older guy, so I know what Bolton play like. Today's result doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all. Bolton regularly regularly drop points in when they're in a perfect position to really march up the league, and they got themselves in a really good position to march up the league. And every time they get themselves in that position, they go and mess it up by losing a game or two. So yeah, thanks for that, Kieran. Appreciate you asking, mate. But like I said, I'll watch the highlights later. Darcy Smith, hi. Hello, Darcy Smith. Welcome to Fandom. Great to see you, mate. Always great to see new fans come and get involved in the chat. Let us know what your thoughts are on this game that's finished 0-0 or any other games. And also what club you support, mate. It'd be great to hear from you. Any of you guys just dropping in, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in quickly because we'll be jumping off in about 5 minutes or so because I've just finished this stream and it's the second one today, and we will be streaming again tomorrow. So I want to go and get some food. I'm quite hungry. It's been a long day today. Been at work this morning, then come home, jump straight on 2 streams for 2 match watch alongs. So won't be staying on too long. So if you guys got comments or anything thoughts you want to share, please do it now. But thank you very much, Darcy Smith. Welcom to Fandom. Great to see you, mate. Like I say, let us know what club you support. Darcy Smith is saying, I'm a Huddersfield Town fan. Awesome. Nice one, mate. I think you may be the first Huddersfield Town fan to come and get involved on Fandom. So that's awesome, mate. Great club, Huddersfield. To be fair, I know bits and bobs about Huddersfield, but I'm not like mega knowledgeable. But I do know they've got a very passionate fan base, and not obviously maybe not as big as the fans would like it to be, but still the fan base you have got is very loyal and very passionate. But yeah, thank you very much, Darcy Smith. Like I say, all fans welcome on Fandom, and hopefully at some point as we keep building Fandom, we will hopefully give your club some attention at some point further down the line, mate. So yeah, absolutely fantastic to see another fan involved from another club within the UK. So thank you very much, Darcy Smith. Like I say, welcome to Fandom. Darcy Smith also saying, hi everyone, I'm Darcy, I'm autistic, I'm 21 years old. No worries, mate. Everybody's welcome, and nobody will discriminate against anybody here because I don't allow it. Everybody's welcome, everybody has health issues and stuff. That's part of life, and like I say, mate, you are very much welcome to go and get involved in Fandom. I take it if you are 21, I take it you might have been following Huddersfield for quite a long time, mate. Quite most of your teenage years, maybe. So yeah, you are very welcome, Darcy, and absolutely, mate. It's a pleasure to have you involved. Darcy also saying, is everyone talking to me? No, well, some of the guys might be talking to you, mate. It's just some of them may have jumped off because I've just literally finished 2 back-to-back streams some of the fans might have already started to jump off, knowing that I'm going to end the stream in the next few minutes, mate. So it's not that people are ignoring you. If you come in the stream when we're actually doing a match watch along, most of the fans would have probably welcomed you very much. But I think, like I say, because I've just done back-to-back streams, some of the fans have been with us for most of those 4 hours. So they've gone off, some of them, to get on with personal stuff of their own. But no, Darcy, you are very much welcome in the Fandom community, mate, and I'm sure the fans that regularly get involved will welcome you. As I can see, Kieran Williams, who is a Fandom regular member of the Fandom community, comes and gets involved regular. He's welcoming you, mate. Nice one, Kieran. Hi, Darcy. How are you? Top man. Nice one, Kieran. Appreciate that, mate. Really appreciate you guys making Darcy feel welcome and a part of the Fandom community. Darcy Smith saying, I'm okay. How are you? Top man. Nice one, Darcy. That's what we like to see. You guys making the effort to welcome new fans. And like I say, massive shout out there to Kieran and Stevie for welcoming Darcy. Really appreciate it, guys. And Stevie Allen is saying, hi, Darcy. Welcome to Fandom. Nice one, Stevie. Top man. Appreciated. And Darcy saying, okay. And hello, hi, and welcome. Like I say, mate, great to have you with us. Apologies, you just come in late at the stream, really late in the stream, like I say. So if it seems a little bit quiet, mate, it's just because we're just almost ready to end the stream, Darcy. So it's nothing personal, mate. Hopefully, if you can come back again maybe tomorrow, you might catch us when we're in the middle of a stream and it's a lot more active. But like I say, the guys that jump in regular all know that normally we do the match watch along. We normally have a little bit of talk on some of them at the end, and some of them I jump off quick, depending on how long I've been on YouTube. So like I say, mate, don't take it personally that there's not many people in the chat at the minute. It's just like I say, some of the regular fans that get involved in Fandom do know that when I've been having a long day working this morning, plus doing back-to-back streams, they understand that I'm quite tired by this time and wanting to get some food and relax and rest, ready for the next day and going at it again. But yeah, you are very welcome, Darcy, to get involved, and we hopefully you enjoy what the Fandom project is about, and hopefully you'll like being involved in it. Kieran Williams is saying, yes, I'm good, thanks. Top man, Kieran, thank you very much. Really appreciate you guys making that special effort to welcome Darcy. Darcy is saying, I support 4 football teams. All right, that's quite interesting, mate. Fair enough. Let's see who you're saying you support. I support Huddersfield Town AFC all the way in the Championship. Cool. What other clubs do you support, mate? Kieran Williams also saying, Derby do look good this season. Well, Derby's might look good, but I'm not very happy at the minute because my team has just lost to Derby today. So forgive me for that, Kieran, but as you can understand, I'm not thrilled at Derby getting the win against my team today. Darcy Smith also saying, I like watching Fireman Sam, and I'm 21 years old. Nothing wrong with that, mate. Nothing wrong with that. Like I say, I used to, I've got a lot of programs that I like to watch quite regular, but I'm not going to start listing them all now. I'll be here all night. But thank you very much for that, Darcy. Appreciate you sharing that. And like I say, mate, you are very much welcome here on Fandom. Darcy Smith was also saying, I'm a lady. All right, cool. Awesome. That's very much welcome. Don't worry. We do get some other ladies getting involved. So, like I say, great to have you involved, mate. I will always say mate, whether it's a lady or a man. That's just the natural thing that I do. So don't take offense to that, mate. If I call you mate, it's like I say, I use it as a general comment to try and make fans feel welcome from all angles. And like I say, I do not discriminate in any way like that. To me, ladies or men can still be your mate, can't they? So if you hear me saying mate, don't I know a lot of guys use the term mate between themselves, but I do it with ladies as well. You can ask close friends of mine; they will tell you that even ladies, I use the term mate. So yeah, thank you very much for letting us know that, though, Darcy. Thanks, mate. Appreciated. Um, Kieran Williams said, got to go now. The wife is showing me, the script, Gaz. See you after. No worries, Kieran. Thank you very much for your support today. Really appreciate you getting involved, mate. Look after yourself. Enjoy the rest of your evening with the missus. Hopefully, you guys have a good night. Stay safe, and hopefully, I'll see you again on a stream again soon, mate. Look after yourself. And like I say, stay safe if you are going out for a drink or anything later. You and the missus. But yeah, thank you very much, mate. And send my apologies to your wife if I've been distracting you too much from other things that she might have, other tasks that she might have be wanting you to get on with. But yeah, thanks for that, Kieran. Darcy Smith, I support Huddersfield Town, AFC, and Newtown and Bridlington Town and England. All right, well, cool. England is obviously different, mate. England is the national team. So, yeah, but that's awesome to know. Huddersfield Town, like I say, good club. I don't know a lot about Newtown, to be honest, and Bridlington. They're non-league clubs, if I remember rightly, aren't they? But, yeah, thank you very much, Darcy, for sharing that with us. Appreciate you letting us know that, mate. Thank you very much. And like I say, welcome to Fandom. Great to have you with us, mate. Okay, guys. Well, I am going to call it a night now because, like I say, it's been a very long day for me. But I really do appreciate all you guys coming, getting involved today. It's been two fantastic streams back to back. We've made some progress. Hopefully, more fans have found us, which I think they have. And it's great to see that we're starting to build a really nice, positive fan community in the chat. And you guys, I'm honest, I can't stress it enough. I really appreciate you guys making the effort to get on with each other and be positive and friendly in the chat. So, like I say, really do appreciate that. Final comment to Darcy before we call it a night. Darcy saying, Newtown, excuse me. Darcy Smith saying Newtown are in the Welsh team. All right, cool. Well, like I said, I think I have heard of Newtown. I just couldn't remember off the top of my head, mate. But like I say, just try to understand. I cover a lot of football through the week, so it's hard enough trying to keep track of all the football clubs across the UK because we also cover Welsh and Scottish football where we can. Obviously, not so much the Welsh league because it's not as popular. Not popular. It's still very great that there is Welsh clubs and like I say, but we do cover a lot of league clubs and like I say, we want to make all fans feel welcome from across the UK and around the world in what we're doing. But thank you very much for letting us know that, Darcy Smith. Darcy also saying Bridlington Town AFC are in Yorkshire. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've heard of Bridlington, mate. I did know that Bridlington was in Yorkshire. I can't say I know much about the team. I don't know much about the football team, but I have heard of Bridlington. I think I may have even been through it before today on driving. But yeah, right. I'm definitely going to make this the last comment because, like I say, guys, it's been a really long day. I've been at work this morning. I've done 2 back-to-back streams, and I'm really hungry. I want to get off and get some food. So I don't mean to be rude. I'm going to make this the last comment, and then I'm going to call it a night. Lionel Thompson, welcome to the show, mate. Great to see you. Oh, sorry, but I'm just about to jump off, mate. Lionel's saying, hi, Gaz. How's it going? I've sent you a private DM on Instagram. Please check it out when you're free. Hope you well, Gaz. Was on the last stream. I just wasn't talking. Like I say, no worries, mate. I've probably seen. I hope it's not regarding the message I left last night in the chat, mate, because that was literally just a bit of fun. I was making a joke of the comment you made in the Instagram chat group. So I hope that that you message, whatever message you've sent me, is not taking offence to that. Because, like I say, mate, it was just meant as a bit of fun. But I will certainly try and check my messages later. I've just had a really busy day. Like I say, I've been working this morning, and then I've come home, jumped straight on the live streams, and like I say, just sometimes there's just not enough hours in the day, guys. I want to do more. Believe me, I want to do a lot more. But it's unfortunately at the minute, while I'm still doing my other job, it's very difficult to find enough hours to cover everything. But yep, I will definitely check the messages as soon as I get a minute, Lionel. Thanks for that, mate, and appreciate you dropping in. Darcy Smith saying, "Aware, Bez, you." Sorry, I don't understand that, mate. I'm not sure what you're saying. I don't understand that. Apologies, mate. If you could let me know what you're saying, I would appreciate it. I'm gonna have to jump off in a minute, guys. I'm like I say, I'm really hungry. I've hardly eaten anything today. I think all I've had is a half a sandwich. So I'm really hungry. That's my commitment to the Fandom project, that I've not even eaten properly today, to be able to do back-to-back streams. Lionel Thompson saying, no, it's not on that comment. Don't worry. No worries, mate. I was just saying, I'm not worried. I was just making the point. I hope you weren't offended by that comment, because, like I say, it was only a bit of fun. That's okay, guys. It's understood. Hope you've had a good day too. Yeah, I have. It's been a fantastic afternoon, mate, of the live streams. But like I say, just feeling a bit tired now, and want to jump off and have a bit of something to eat and spend a little bit of time with my lovely missus, who is always very supportive of what I'm doing. So obviously, it's only fair that I make some time for my lovely missus, considering the support she gives to me. Darcy's saying, I can't spell. You can spell, mate. I've just read all your other messages, and you spelt them okay. So I'm presuming that you, like I said, I read all your other messages. Don't worry about it, mate. If I don't always understand every message you put in, some of the other guys put messages in sometimes, and I don't understand what they put. So I have to tell them to explain what they mean. So yeah, don't worry, mate. I am not criticizing your spelling. It's just obviously for me to read out the comment and make sense of it, I need to understand what you're saying. But like I say, mate, you will see that other people come in and drop comments in, and I don't always understand what they're saying, and have to ask them to repeat it. Darcy Smith is saying, I meant to say, bless. No worries. Thanks for that, mate. Like I say, appreciate the positivity, mate. And like I say, I can't, guys. I can't keep reading for all these comments. I'm going to have to jump off in a minute. Darcy Smith, to you. All right. Thank you very much, Darcy. Very nice of you to say that, mate. Appreciate it. Like I said, I'm committed, guys. I want to put the hours in, believe me. But like I said, I do need a bit of time as well to recharge the batteries, to keep coming on here and being positive, like I do. Just need that bit of time to recharge the batteries. But thank you very much for that, Darcy. Very nice of you to say, mate. Lionel's saying there was a big incident that... Oh, you're joking me. There was a big incident that happened in the EFL group. Chat was involved, in which I'm informing you on what happened. Mate, I don't want to hear it on here. I'll look later. Really, seriously, don't tell me on here, because I don't want to know about that on here. I'll sort it out when I come off. If it's necessary, if people are going to keep arguing in that group, I'll just shut it down. I'm not being. I've got better things to do than keep dealing with childish issues in groups. I'll just shut it down if it needs to come to it. Like I say, I'm trying to do something positive for you guys. And if there's fans in there that can't appreciate it, then if it's necessary, I'll just shut the damn group down to be done with it. And then it's not an hassle to me, is it? But thanks for letting me know, Lionel. I don't mean to be off with you, mate, but I've had a long day. And the last thing I need to be doing is coming off here after working and staying committed to the Fandom project and doing what is needed putting the hard work in to then come off and go on social media and deal with childish stuff going on there. So yeah. Guys, you need to stop the comments coming now because I really need to jump off. Sorry, but I need to give some time to my missus. But thanks for that, Lionel. Darcy Smith saying some A. Apologies, mate. I'm not understanding that. Same here, maybe. Apologies. I'm not understanding what you mean in there, mate. My bad. Like I say, it doesn't just happen with you, Darcy. It happens with other fans. Sometimes the spell check thing on your phone corrects what you're saying. So, like I say, Lionel Thompson, I meant by yes, Gaz. I meant by yes, Gaz. That's good stuff. That you're spending time with your lovely missus too. Yeah, I've got, like I say, mate, I've got to give her some time. She sees me working on Fandom all the time and is very understanding and supportive of it. But normally on a Saturday night, I try to spend a little bit of time with her. And I've still got work to do for Fandom for tomorrow as well. So, but thank you very much for the supportiveness, Lionel. Like I say, I will deal with whatever's gone on in the chat later. But like I say, if it's going to come to, that's why I introduced the ambassador idea in the group this season to help with that. But like I say, if people are going to be difficult in there, I'll just shut it down. I don't need the aggro, to be honest. Lionel Thompson saying, I meant by yes, Gaz, that's good stuff that you're spending time with your loved one, mate. Thanks for that, Lionel. Like I say, appreciate the positivity. Really sorry, Gaz, won't say it again in the group. I don't know what's been said in the group, mate. I have not seen what's been said in the group. I appreciate you letting me know, mate. But I will have a look later. But obviously, like I say, I don't really want to get drawn into conversation about social media stuff when I'm trying to obviously be positive on here to help new fans feel welcome to the Fandom project. So talking about issues going on social media is not really sending that positive vibe out, is it, to new fans? I'm sure you can understand that, mate. But thanks for letting me know. Will Burtham, hi, mate. How's it going, Will? Great to see you, mate. Sorry, I'm just about to jump off in a second because, like I said, been a long day today. But really appreciate you guys dropping in late on tonight. It's appreciated. And like I said, most of the time, I would be happy to keep the stream going for a bit longer. But like I said, it's been a really long day for me today. And I just need to go and have a bit of time to recharge the batteries and get on with things for tomorrow. But thank you very much, Will. Great to see you, mate. And like I say, I will be trying to get on your channel as well soon, mate. Thanks for that. Darren, Darcy Smith, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, mate. Nice of you to say. And like I say, mate, I'll be really appreciate you coming, getting involved. And hopefully you will like what the Fandom project is about, mate. Look, so yeah, thanks for that. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through these comments quickly, guys, because I really want to get off now. And that's no offense to you guys. It's just like I said, it's been a crazy day. Been a very long day. I've been out at work earlier this morning doing stuff. Then I've come home, literally come home and got freshened up and jumped straight on the YouTube channel. So I've not had a minute to even give my missus a proper hug or anything. So it's nothing personal, like I said, guys. Just need a little bit of time to recharge the batteries, ready for tomorrow. Lionel is saying meant to say I won't say it on the stream. Yeah, like I said, I appreciate you letting me know, Lionel. All I'm saying is when we're doing the live streams for these match watch-alongs, as you can say, I'm trying to do it positively and friendly to help new fans feel welcome and want to get involved. So obviously, any issues going on with other Fandom stuff outside of the channel, I'm sure you can understand. I don't want to bring negativity to what has been a really positive afternoon, to be fair. And like I say, but thank you for the understanding. Darcy Smith saying, your wife seems a very nice lady. Thank you very much, mate. That's very nice of you to say. And yeah, she is very nice. She's very, like I say, I wouldn't be able to do all the work that I do on Fandom without her. So, like I say, it's only fair that I make some time to show her my appreciation and spend an evening watching a film with her or something and having a glass of wine. But thank you very much, Darcy. That's very nice of you to say, mate. Thank you. Lionel saying, extremely sorry about that, Gaz. Won't let you know via live stream because I understand when you get in new fans. Involved with the project. Like I say, yeah, mate. Just like I say, I appreciate you letting me know, and I will always come and catch up. Don't mind you messaging me privately, mate, let me know. But like I say, when I'm live streaming, I don't want to bring negative stuff onto the live stream. I want to be as positive as possible. But I do appreciate you letting me know, Lionel. I will check it out later. But like I say, I'm sure you can understand. You know what I'm trying to do. You see me doing it week in, week out. You speak to me regular on social media, so you know I'm very focused on trying to be positive and friendly, especially when it comes to trying to get new fans to find out about us and get them interested in the Fandom project. But thank you very much, Lionel, for your understanding. And like I say, mate, I appreciate you letting me know. But like I said, I didn't mean to be off with you, but I'm sure you can understand with the long hours that I put into the channel. I want to try and keep it positive as much as possible, and especially considering everybody that has been in the stream tonight on both match watch alongs has been fantastic. We haven't had a negative comment in the chat. It's been really good. All the fans making the effort to get involved and be positive. But thank you very much for letting me know, Lionel. Like I say, mate, I work later on, so I will definitely be checking that out and dealing with it accordingly if necessary. But thank you very much, mate, and appreciate that. Look after yourself, guys. I'm going to call it a night now. Sorry, like I said, I appreciate you guys want to talk. We'll have more time to talk tomorrow, though. Plenty more time to talk tomorrow because hopefully we're doing another back-to-back stream tomorrow, double header. We've got the Edinburgh Derby tomorrow. Hopefully that'll be doing that if my personal commitments allow. So fingers crossed to be doing the Edinburgh Derby tomorrow, which is Hibernian v Hearts, and also the late kickoff, which is Arsenal v Manchester United. Hoping to do them both tomorrow. So hopefully, if you guys are not too busy, I look forward. We'll hopefully see you on the live stream. Final comment, and this is the final comment, definitely now to Darcy Smith. I'm loving. I'm a lovely person. So are you. Thank you very much, Darcy. That's very nice of you to say. And like I say, look forward to hopefully seeing you in future streams, mate. So, guys, that's it from me. Look after yourself. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. If you're not too busy tomorrow, please do come and get involved in tomorrow's live streams. And like I say, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I hopefully see you again tomorrow. Take care and bye for now. All the best.